my shirt. I was going to play for another 45 minutes or so. Hopefully the chat doesn't go all crazy. I remember when you were just a little boy, and now I'm watching you grow into a young man. Yes, I know I'll be wondering if I did a good enough job. I know I will wonder till the end of my days. Da 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 da. Yes, I'm back. Second stream of the night. I took a break. The chat was going all crazy. Hopefully the people that were tuned in can come back, but that's all right. If not, I'm just going to do my thing. Tonight's theme is endurance and the ability to select what stresses you out and what doesn't. That is a difficult process to understand, and that is the process that I'm in at the moment. And I don't think I'll ever fully understand it, but I am trying to. And I have a gig coming up this weekend, as I have mentioned. I don't know if people will be listening or if I will be just background noise tucked away somewhere under some little tent, which will be fine. No matter what the situation, I will be happy. And I'll just adjust to whatever the situation is. Hopefully I get a little stage and it sounds okay, but, and hopefully people like it. Hello, 6'7" Gorilla. I hope you're having a good night. Hello, CD Pate. One of those two. Hello, welcome to the stream. Second stream of the night. I took a little break. The chat was going crazy. I don't know any covers on the guitar. I'm sorry. I know. I really appreciate that. Thank you so very much. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to keep doing it. That is my motto. That is what I tell myself all the time. I have a very loud inner voice, and that inner voice can be extremely critical sometimes. So I'm learning how to slowly overcome that. It takes time, it takes energy, it takes patience, it takes practice. A few of my mantras are that one, and admit everything is another. Name a character for an edit. Interesting. Hello, NMF871. I'm gonna get guitar either, but I don't. But if you keep it and keep it trying, you'll get it. That's what I'm working. Guitar is a great instrument to have around, I swear. If you keep it tuned up and you learn a few basic things, do what I do. There's 6 strings. This high one, that is string number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 6th string is the low string. Think of it as 6 as like the 6th level down. And then 1 is the high string. And they are both E. But then I take the 6th string and I tune it down to E. And then if you just take your index finger and middle finger and press down on that 2nd fret on those 2 strings on 4 and 5, you have a chord. No matter what string you hit, it's okay. You don't have to worry about only hitting 3 strings. I can't play Wonderwall, but I do love that song. I love Oasis is amazing. I do love so many of their songs. I don't play any covers. My day's going well, Mytho. Thank you very much, Mytho BS. Wonderwall is great. Baseball Bros. I'm sorry I can't play any covers. Even if I did play covers, the couple that I have played have gotten copyrighted striked, which is unfortunate. And cheers. City Pate. My day is good. I hope your day is going well. I'm just a dude sitting here in his kitchen on a mission. I'm nowhere right now. I have a website thanks to a good friend of mine. I play every week on a piano. I live stream 4 nights a week, sometimes 5. I have no management. I have no budget. I have years and years of struggling doing this. And when I'm playing piano at the restaurant, typically I don't talk to the camera. When I'm sitting here in my kitchen, I can talk to my camera all that I want, which I like. Chase your dreams and you'll get it. If God allows you to, you'll get it. I like it. Chase your dreams and you'll get it. If God allows you to, you'll get it. I say my prayers every day to anything that will listen, including myself. I have to remind myself that whatever it is that's bigger than me would want me to thrive. Whatever it is that is bigger than me would want me to be happy and connect with as many people as possible. And not be such a hermit and do nothing all the time, thinking about only the worst outcome. I have a brain that invents things that seem so real, but they are completely made up. I make them up on the spot, but I know there is a risk to such an activity. There is a risk to such an activity. There is a risk to such an activity. Chase your dreams and you'll get it. If God allows you, you'll get it. Chase your dreams and you'll get it. Chase your dreams. Let me tell you of a true story. People used to call me fat a bunch, but I didn't let that change me. And I keep following my dreams, and I finally become what I want to come. I finally become what I want to become. Those are excellent words. Hello, Lincoln, Vinci, 589999 red balloons. We were referencing that in my earlier set, my earlier live stream. I like playing 2 sets a night. But I need to pace myself. It means that I have to put on that oxygen mask if we were going down in a plane. Excuse the dramatic metaphor. If I put my mask on, I am much calmer, and then I can help others put their masks on. Hello, Maria Gutierrez. Hello, one-way snowstorm. Hello, Lincoln Vinci. Marie, thank you so very much. The Dean Goldberry. Love to see my fellow friends on here! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Cloud Family Gaming 5359. Thank you. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. Cheers to you. We love you, Tekka. We love you, Tekka. We love you, Tekka. I didn't know about this whole edit thing. I'm sorry. I'm really late to the game. Thank you so very much, CD Pate. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Cheers to you. Thank you. Now I'll understand what that edit means. I apologize if I screwed that up before. Can I shout you out on your YouTube channel, CD Pate? Yeah. The Dean Gulberry. Thank you. I love me some the Dean Gulberry. And One Way Snowstorm. That's a really cool name, by the way. I gotta say. You guys are awesome. Thank you so very much. Thank you for tuning in for however long you can. Spread the word, like, favorite, subscribe, turn on the notifications. And I cannot believe that I am saying such things, but apparently it is necessary. Apparently it is important, and apparently if I'm going to be doing this, I do want to spread the word. Because currently I'm on a mission. I'm a man that is broke, that's working a day job. I don't have any management. I don't have any official, gigging kind of situation going on. I play at a restaurant once a week for 2 hours, and I love every single second of it. I look forward to it all week. I play guitar in my kitchen, and I'm playing a gig this Saturday for an anxiety treatment center, and I'm looking forward to it. So I have to practice some guitar to build up my calluses because I wear my fingers out because I do not play the guitar in a smart way. I just play it my way, which isn't necessarily the best way. I can play the regular tuning, but I just don't like switching the tuning because I always break the string, so I just keep it in this tuning. So it's a little bit pate or pate. Is there usually like an accent over the E? As long as your channel's awesome, and I bet it is. I bet your channel's awesome. It's gonna work out, dude. I can tell you've got good spirit. Thank you so very much. The Dingleberry. The Dingleberry. One Way Snowstorm. CD Pate. Go check out his channel. Go to CD Pate and see what he's all about. Check him out, see what he's all about, and check him out, see what he's all about. Going to hell, but we won't die in the end. We're singing the grade in which we won't lie, my old friend. Standing here, my face is turning green. And baby, I heard you lie, that was pretty mean. And we came out of nothing. We came out of nothing. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Sitting waiting for the end of the world with you. I don't care what the neighbors are gonna say. Maybe tomorrow, but not today. We came out of nothing. We came out of nothing. That's gotta mean something. We came out of nothing. Yeah, we came out of nothing. We came out of nothing. We came out of nothing. Came out of nothing. Oh, good. You can comment, but it won't show it on my other channel. Sorry about that. Sorry about what happened that last time. That was weird. I was like, hopefully it's just for that one chat that dude was doing, or whoever that was doing that. Is it a setting that I can change on my end? Maybe I hit a wrong button. Oh, the Dean Goldberry, that's a good one. Came out of nothing. Zero respect. Marie Antoinette channel. Hello. Thank you for tuning in to the Peter Wayne Burton music hour, few hours set on this wonderful Sunday night. I will say one thing that I have always found to be quite strange, and you'll forgive me if it's a little bit off the beaten path, pun intended. But isn't it strange that every single person that you see walking around is the product of an orgasm? Maybe there's definitely probably some extra steps. What happens if I do this? I don't see anything that I can change. Sorry about that. So yeah, I know. It's not a normal thing to think about. It's not. I understand that. But I just sometimes I have a brain that is like, this is so weird. Especially as we get more and more digital. Especially as AI makes things indistinguishable from real life sometimes. That ultimately, when I have this camera set up, my phone set up, I know it's not 100%, it doesn't look or sound great. I agree. AI is something that is quite complicated. But I ultimately, instead of acting in opposition to something, I want to act in highly suggestive, good vibes from an analog level. Focus on creating good vibes on an analog level, trying to connect with people, help people, think people. All right. I will look for any answers. I like it. It's a tool. Yes, Mr. Yates, you're right. And I get to sit here in my kitchen doing my thing. And I just have a belief that I will do this on a bigger stage one day. But you'll understand my consternation that I'm still in my kitchen doing this, which means something is wrong. Either I'm not good enough, or I haven't promoted myself enough, or I've been allowing self-doubt to destroy my capabilities for far too long, and I'm probably still doing that. I was just thinking about Bowie today. I don't know any of his songs. I love his music. I love his songs. I think he's an amazing, amazing, amazing musician, writer, actor, human being in general. And I'm so grateful that we got to have him for as long as we did. I just saw an interview with him recently where he was very open about, he said he didn't like his voice or he didn't like singing. I'm not sure which one it was, maybe both. I think it was both. You're still in your bathroom, I got you beat. That's funny. That's fine. I think of my phone as like a human being in a weird way. It's like an extra Jimmy Buffett. I don't know any of his songs. No, I don't play any covers. But I saw a video. I see a lot of videos. I spend a lot of time alone watching videos about his resort in Florida and how many changes it's gone through and like what kind of experience it is. It's wild. He's like a whole institution. Yeah, he's phenomenal. Yeah. I gotta change my tuning a little bit here. It could have been you. It could have been this other song that I actually wanted to play. So this song I will let go of, and that's the major version. This one is in minor. This one's in minor. Hello, Barnacle Boy 13. This one's called Let Me Be. And imagine it with a drummer and a bass player. Imagine it with two drummers and a bass player. Imagine it with an orchestra and a percussion player and dancers and a light show and a really good sound system and a wonderful venue with a wonderful vibe, with a wonderful atmosphere. I used to waste my time hanging from your windowsill. Trying to escape my mind and that urge to kill those demons that speak your name every night. I used to beat them back, but I don't always win the fight. You see what I mean? You used to be a friend to me, talking at length about the crowns of the century. Well, I think this ranks high up on that list. Baby, I'm tired and I think I need a psychiatrist. I don't have a super chat set up, and Paul, I will do that. I just screenshotted it, so I will remember that steps. What I need is a good video equipment, a good piano, good lighting, good atmosphere, not a cluttered, stressed out home, an open, relaxing home designed for me to require myself to relax. Yes, good audio, yes. I can't do this alone. I look at people that are better, that are alone, that are far more efficient at getting life done and doing things. You know, getting better jobs, paying taxes, investing in stuff, getting real estate, all that kind of stuff. People are good at that. And that's great, but I'm not. So I need a manager. I need a network of people that are gonna, oh, I appreciate that. I have Venmo, which is Peter hyphen Burton hyphen 12. But you don't have to do that. I appreciate that. Ooh, play cello suite in D. I don't know that. You're right. Comparing yourself to others is irrational, unproductive, and generally yields results that aren't very beneficial to one's mindset. Can I send it to you? Can you go to Venmo and type in @Peter-Burton-12 and find me that way? Because I suck at tapping on my screen and doing anything technical right now. You don't have to give me anything. Actually, I need 1,000 subs. Yes. 4,000 hours is a lot, man. Holy cow. I looked at my total time the other day, and it's like a fraction of where I need to be, which is kind of wild. Because I both look forward to playing and am resistant to playing. Because if I don't play, a lot of the times I feel sort of empty and sort of like I missed out on doing something that was so easy. Sitting down, playing some songs, talking, singing, trying to entertain people, trying to get the word out, asking them to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those notifications. I have heard that a billion times. Holy cow, I've heard that a billion times. Imagine getting YouTube halfway through your life. Man, it's a different perspective, you know? If I had YouTube when I was a kid, my life would be different, I believe. I think YouTube has done some amazing things. I think YouTube has drastically changed things in amazing ways and in scary ways. So, here I am on the YouTubes, me and my guitar on a mission. I appreciate any financial support. I should just have my Venmo on the screen right now. Like if I knew how to edit, I would or something like that. I'm terrible, okay? I'm awful. This is how baseline I am. Imagine if somebody gave me a budget of $500,000. I got a house that I could renovate and put a music studio in with a beautiful piano, with a beautiful view, a wonderful, comfortable feel to the whole place. Oh, there you go. Yeah. I hear that. You are rich in that sense. And you are rich for understanding that that success is appreciating how awesome life is and how lucky you are. You know? And yeah. Peter-Burton-12. Success is a feeling. I agree. I very much agree. Now, I have to say I'm curious about this feeling of success because it can change over time. And I have felt successful for a few years in the sense that I have written hundreds and hundreds of songs and recorded a lot of them. I have an album that I finished, but I keep convincing myself that it sucks because it is not what people have been listening to in terms of me solo piano and singing or guitar and singing. I do all the instruments. And a lot of the times I think of it as a demo compared to stuff that I hear. Oh, let me see. I can do that. I gotta stretch my legs anyway. Dun, 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 dun. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Does this work? That's my Venmo. Send me $1 million now. Everybody. I'm in serious debt. I will get picked up by the cartels. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not in serious debt. But do send $1 million, please. I'm just kidding. Thank you so much. Was that good? No singing songs for you. I'm all out of songs tonight. I'm just kidding. Let me grab my guitar. Let me grab my guitar. Do 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 do. This is your other account. Oh, so weird. I'm glad you have 2 accounts. I took a picture of that. I'll do that. I don't know why I did that. Maybe I... Excuse me. Rude. Oversharing. Yeah, I agree. But at this point, I have nothing to lose. Are you talking about the Venmo thing? Pete is not a police officer. Diligent Pickle. Diligent Pickle. That's a cool name. Pate is a police officer. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Ossifer. No, I haven't been drinking Ossifer. I'm perfectly sober. I got to swear. I got to swear. A chicken bone scratch. Ossifer. This is the part in the show where the curtain behind me would lift, revealing a bassist and a drummer. Mustard Tiger. Pete rules in a emoji with sunglasses on. Chicken bone scratch. Chicken bone, chicken bone, chicken bone scratch. A chicken bone. Bum bum, bum bum, bum boom, boom, boom boom, boom, boom boom, boom boom. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If I'm playing live and people... Oh, that's so amazing. Thank you, and thank you, your mom, for me. That's amazing. I really appreciate it. I'm on a mission. Mustard Tiger beats Ricky's car with a ladder. Mustard Tiger beats Ricky's car with a ladder. Thank you for sharing your money with me. I hope to use it for a good purpose. I'm on a mission, you see. I'm equal parts desire and desperation. I want to play all across the nation. Only send my honey, no chatting. Sandpiper, shake it on down, Pappy. And this is one that I've been meaning to play, called Fireflies. I love you too. Now help me get to the big stage and let's see what our love can do. This one's called Fireflies. I did say it, I think. I want to be on the outside, looking in. I know that I've been waiting to live free from sin. I can't wait this last forever. Thank you so much. Thank her for me and thank you. I really appreciate it. Crablet Unbound, hello. Some really awesome screen names here this evening. I'm Peter Wayne Burton. I'm sitting in my kitchen and I have no manager, no record label, nothing. I've been performing and playing and writing an album for many years now, and it is finally done, but it is sitting on my hard drive. Thank you so much. I love this guitar. It's very bright. It's an LAG or a log. All right, Pollux. All right, Pollux, we'll see you real soon. I have to give my fingers a break. Yeah, it's a French guitar, an LAG. And look, I do something silly. I like to put on a second capo on the guitar. For no reason at all. It's just fun. I got a tune on my guitar. Sorry if I destroyed, no mods, no. Sorry if I destroy the flow of a song and just completely drop out and forget what I'm playing. I'm just kidding. I usually like to break it up a little bit. Yeah, no mods to it. I got it like 8 years ago. Something like that. My friend was selling like 10 guitars, and this was the third one I picked up and the last one I picked up. I didn't even want to try the other ones. I just loved how bright it was. And I love how the strings feel. Although maybe it's kind of a harsh guitar on my fingers, I don't know. I just have poor technique probably. But you can also do some finger stuff like a... Comedy songs, I know. I don't know why. I don't do them very often. Part of it could be that I just sing bits. That's a terrible way to put it, but if I think of something that is interesting to me that I want to explain, I can do it in the form of a song. And instead of it trying to be funny, it's more or less just trying to be getting my point across about a subject that is odd to me. Thank you very much, Perry Burris. I appreciate that. Hello to you. I do it on piano sometimes, where I will just break into a story of some kind if I feel like the time is right. Sometimes I feel like it's not right and people want me to shut the F up, but I love doing it so much that I can't stop doing it. So thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. And I could do like something like, why do we say bless you after someone sneezes? Most people don't even know why they do it. And to me it is the single most glaring piece of evidence that we are somewhat robotic. We are somewhat robotic. When I don't say bless you, it feels like the person is left in an uncomfortable limbo. As if we're both thinking that they're going to sink into some kind of painful, fiery place if I don't say two simple words. Yes, diligent pickle. Those are some wise words. When someone sneezes, this is what you have to say. I hate you. I hate you. Never sneeze again in my general vicinity. I hate you. Never sneeze again around me. In fact, you are dead to me. Never speak to me again. Why do we say bless you after someone sneezes? This week I've been thinking about all kinds of ways I'd like to change that particular social construction. First of all, could it be said that I can give you 10,000 bless yous now, so you'll have plenty in the future? The weird thing is that we bless people if they cover their mouth or if they don't. Most people, when they sneeze, do cover their mouth, and that is much appreciated. But if I don't say bless you, does that mean that I wish you harm or something? It's almost like saying bless you is assuring them that they are amidst a well-constructed social situation. So instead of saying bless you now, I say good sneeze. And guess what? They are compelled to say thank you. And I love it when they do, because they think it's ridiculous that I said what I said, but it is no more ridiculous, in my opinion, than bless you. If you sneeze alone in your car or walking in the woods or in your bed, if you don't get a bless you, do we think we have rollover bless yous, like rollover sneezes that never got blessed? When we get to the pearly gates, are they like, Peter, you had 14,622 unblessed sneezes? And I would say, well, maybe you could just bless me now. Just bless me 14,422 times. And they say, okay, fine. Boom, you're done. So I now say, nice sneeze, and people think it's kind of weird, but it always leads to one of my favorite conversation topics. I don't even know how I would bless someone. Is it only a matter of saying the words? Or does God know if you're telling the truth or just saying it as a reflex reaction? Bless your mom. So far, nobody has cared for that. Yeah, I would imagine that that would be a little jarring to them, but at least it's memorable. At least it's memorable. Bless you a billion times, there you're covered. Bless you a trillion times, it's as easy as saying the words. But maybe those are false bless yous. Maybe I have no business blessing anyone. But then again, what's the hurt? Then again, it doesn't take but a sentence. It doesn't take a sentence, no, it doesn't take a sentence. I know, I know. Ooh. Nice. So yes, a lot of the times my Gerald 532009 and the Dean Goldberry, thank you so much. And Dilly Gin Pickle. I just bought pickles yesterday, and man, are pickles the best. So, yeah, I like doing. A lot of people are doing edits of people's live streams. And I am actually really embarrassed to admit that I didn't really notice that happening, even though I'm the one looking at YouTube all the time. So live streams are snipped and people do stuff with them. Wow, pinched? Is that what it is? What if the worst thing you've ever done, like the worst note or the worst word or the worst joke or the worst song or the worst moment happens? I got you. What language do you speak? Some billionaire out there, hook me up and save my situation. Sing about my articles? Oh, it's backwards. I think, I don't know how this works. Does that work? Take a screenshot or something. Buffett. I like Buffett. Sing about my areolas, my nipples. Sometimes I wonder why men have nipples. I know they are pretty useless. Maybe in the future they will evolve away. I wonder why. And have areolas, areolas. Sometimes I wonder how I've made it this far in life. When I feel like my head is empty, I have to think about things like nipples sometimes, so I can distract myself from all the other thoughts my mind comes up with. My mind is like a beehive, organized, but it feels like chaos. It feels like it's all going to fall apart. My mind works against me. Tell me your secrets, I'll tell you lies, baby, look into my eyes. You will have VIP treatment, CD pate, you will be there all day. You will get pampered at a nice restaurant, and your transportation will be all taken care of. I will make sure you have an amazing night. Maybe you can come on tour. I want to spread the mission. Oh no, band? Nobody's band. Oh, come on now. I need your help. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't, I might die. Just kidding, that was a little dramatic. That was a little dramatic. If you don't like, comment, subscribe, I will die. I will die. Just kidding, well, actually not. Someday I will die. And so will everyone I know and I have ever known. But it's okay. I'm alive and I'm grateful to this life. I am grateful, not grateful enough. I know I have a lot to learn. I don't think it was CD Pate that did it. I think it was another person. Please do come to my first concert, but you have to understand that I'm not gonna make it happen on my own. I need your help to spread the word, to get people to subscribe so I can make a little money doing this, and then I can execute my plan. I know it's a little weird just to talk like this and make up songs. I know it's okay to be excited about the future, don't get me wrong. I'm not grateful enough. I am so lucky for all I have. I will tell you, I promise. Like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications on, and help me get there. If I can get this stream up to 10, 20, 30, 40, 100, 1,000 people, think of how much more power I would have, how the octane I would have in my tanks so my engines could burn faster and with more power. I'm desperate enough. I've been desperate for a long time. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I got things to do here, and I'm getting them done. But there's a lot more things to do, and time could be running out. Please do help me grow. Thank you very much. I want to spread the word. I want to go on to podcasts. I want to be interviewed. I also want to be enigmatic, and I want to be quiet and somewhat solitudinal. I don't call it antisocial. I call it pro-solitude. I played at the farmer's market. Yeah, in Norwich, Vermont. That's the only farmer's market I've done this year, I think. But I play at the restaurant every Friday or Saturday. I'm nowhere. I need help. I need all kinds of help. I'm so grateful for what I have, yet I'm not grateful enough. I have no idea what I'm doing, yet I'm going to keep doing it. These are my mottos. These are my mantras. These are the themes of every live stream that I do. You give me a stage with a piano on it, firstly, just the piano, and a good sound system, and I will take the audience on a journey, and I will want every performance to be one of a kind. I play at a restaurant called the Heinsberg Public House in Heinsberg, Vermont. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Gerald. I'm going to try to keep the attitude good. Honestly, I don't know any other way to do it except that I can assure you my attitude sucks a lot of the time. I just don't put it on video. I find if other people are around, my attitude is better. And that is pretty clear. And that might be as obvious as water being wet. I think I like my job because I interact with all kinds of people that I haven't met before and people that I have seen many times. Ava Rain Crochet. Can I play Zach Top? I don't know what that is. You're right. It's called being human. I just hold myself to a standard that if it doesn't feel like I did amazingly well, then why do it at all? And I end up being a very lazy, sedentary person sometimes. I play Fortnite like a madman. And I think that's okay. I could be reading books. I could be like jogging and studying cooking, learning a new language, investing in stocks. I could be doing a million things. But yet, I just love being lazy and doing nothing. It's weird, but it's awesome. But it's also a curse, but it's also a joy. I do play Fortnite. Yes. I play quite a bit. I love it. Pollux, welcome back. I'm sorry that channel, I haven't figured that thing out. I will. I took a picture of your instructions. That's what I'm working on, and that's what I need your help with. Like, comment, subscribe, spread the word. This dude does live streams, sometimes 2 to 3 hours long. I did one that was almost 3.5 hours last week, and it got almost 1,000 views, and I was like, yes, that is wonderful. I can't always do 3.5 hour ones, though, but at the same time, hell, if I took a whole day just to stream all day, maybe I should do that. They really make you work for it, you know? Really, Fade, do I believe in Jesus Christ? That is a powerful question. And I'm going to leave that one up on the, I'm going to put a pin in that one. Because questions like that, I think, deserve answers that are worthy. And I don't always have a worthy answer. All I know is that I have something that I love focusing on. And that something makes me feel good. And I hope it makes others feel good. And I certainly have a passion to be in front of people to spread the word of what I am doing. Oh, no, it was blocked. I'm not hiding my light. I'm sharing it. It feels good to share it. I'm sorry you couldn't post the link. I don't know why it was blocked. I don't have it set to not do that. I'm not very good at this, if you couldn't tell. If I had a crew, a team, people that were like a sound person, light person, video person, a cook, and I was just tasked with live streaming, a whole bunch, with the idea of snipping up the live stream into songs and releasing just so much stuff. I'm sorry, I don't know why it got blocked. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I'm bad at this, all right? I don't know why you're blocked. I just hit something stupid. Stop shaking, sorry. That's annoying. I don't know why it's blocked. I'm sorry. See, I'm the one, here I am asking for help, and then you can't even, I'm sorry. Can you share my channel name? I don't know. I hate begging for stuff like that. But it is all in service of some kind of a dream. And I want my children and my family and friends to see me do what I love for the masses. And I want to make it look easy. And I want to have a great time doing it. And I want to meet my idols. And I want to have interesting experiences, go interesting places, and eat interesting food. I want to learn interesting things and perform to my fullest wherever I go. And we have religious questions that have pins in them at the moment because I want to give them worthy answers. Can we get 20 likes? I agree, my dream will become my reality. It almost already is. This is my dream. Playing for you, doing this. I love doing this. Sometimes I pinch myself that I get to do this. Sometimes when I'm at the piano, I think to myself, there is no way that I am allowed to have this much joy in life. And it's the kind of joy that I don't want to keep to myself. It's the kind of joy that I want to spread, even if it's temporary. I mean, music is so ephemeral. It's so temporary. It's so blazingly in the moment that you look forward to it. The moment has arrived, and then the moment's gone, and time is just waves of moments, you know? And I am living my dream. But I want my dream to grow. And I want people to see what happens when my dream grows. Because I've done enough research, I've been in the internet generation for a while now, to understand that if you're being yourself and you're doing your best and you're being as honest as possible, then that goes a long way. It goes a long way with people. It goes a long way allowing them to see into the mind of somebody that has a lot of struggles, but a lot of desires, a lot of thoughts, a lot of mistakes, a lot of history, a lot of visions about things I want to bring into existence. I used to live in LA for 6 years and I wrote a bunch of screenplays. I wanted to be a screenwriter. I've been in a bunch of bands. I started writing a novel that I haven't worked on in 10 years, but it's been lingering in my head that long. So there's a lot of things that I want to do, and I want to do them without the stress of my day job not being nearly enough to support me in my particular mission. I got 2 kids, and music is the only thing that I want to do the rest of my life. And I think that all of our lives have purpose, they have meaning. I think our brains are picking up signals that are invisible, that are triggering invisible thoughts and feelings, and we emit signals back outwards to the universe. Sometimes we feel like the signals have gone quiet. Sometimes we feel like our signals are not strong enough to reach anyone. But I think there are times when the signals are so strong that something is in your mind is telling you something. Almost like you can see the future, almost like you can feel what's about to happen. And that type of intuition, I believe, has some type of deeper physical element to it, as well as something that's beyond our comprehension. And that's how I look at music. That's how I look at the world. That's how I look at existence. I've thought about it a great deal. And the more I think about it, the less that I know. And that's the God's honest truth. If the universe is as big as we're told it is, it's easy to feel very small, but it is also easy to think of every molecule in your body as significant. You can't see it, but at all times you have dead skin that's sort of flaking off. That's like cells that were living skin and then died and made room for new skin, and that's how your skin has to work. I think of that as sort of a metaphor for life and a metaphor for myself. is to be thankful for every particle in my being. This is where my anxiety brain goes, though. And this is something that some other people probably have thought about. But if you're praying for a miracle to happen, do you know when the miracles happen, or do you realize after the fact that that was the miracle you were praying for? I don't know. I would imagine it happens in all kinds of ways, right? So my anxiety comes from the idea of maybe all my miracles have been already, and now it's up to me to make my own miracle, or there are no more life preservers to throw overboard to me spiritually. In other words, so many great things have happened in my life. I've got 2 amazing kids. I've got an amazing family and friends. And it's awesome. It's so great. I love it so much. I don't tell them I love them enough. I'm not grateful enough. But I do wonder, the sadness comes from maybe I am the one that doesn't get the dream coming true, you know? Maybe the universe is like, I've sent you all the signals you needed, and here you are still struggling. Or it constantly gives miracles. Oh, fantastic. I like that. That's fascinating. Written books on Christianity, my goodness. And you're a musician. That's a wonderful connection with humanity, it seems that you have. Playing music and listening to music are very different activities. And if you play music and listen, you have a different perspective than if you didn't play an instrument. I hear you. I got you. I like that idea. I like your steps being guided. I like the idea of allowing yourself to have faith, to believe that the next day could be better than the last day. Very cool. I'm 48 years old. And I've learned a lot in my years, and I have a lot to learn. I usually wrap up by 9 o'clock my time. So I'm going to say some things about, let's see. I think I'm going to, wait a minute. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I want to be the miracle for other people, or give them miracles. I'm a medical assistant. I work in a doctor's office. I bring people to the room. I check their vitals. I plug them into a computer. 75% of the time, I do a blood draw. And then I run their labs before the doctor goes in. And I do that 20 to 25 times a day. I like the job, but I have to move on. Everybody has to move on sometime, right? If I had music as my full-time job, I would take everything that I learned from my 6 years as a medical assistant, and I would channel it into my music, as I have already done or tried to do. Because I will allow me to get very heavy for a moment. My fingers are dying, so I can't play guitar anymore. 1 second. What's happening here is that I just finished up my guitar portion of the live stream, and I was about to discuss something very deep about my day job, because I'm tired of my day job and I want to have a budget for being a professional musician. And I would like everyone to watch what happens if I were to have a budget and an audience. I would build a studio I would record music, I would do live performances, and I would try to really bring my energy into the world in a way that hopefully allowed people to lift out of their bodies a little bit at a time. Sing along or dance or cry or, I don't know, just nod their head, you know. So I don't work in a hospital. I work in a doctor's office, you know, with like a waiting room. Small, there's like 4, 5 doctors there. And I work with one of them. And several of the patients that I started working with 3 years ago, you know, have passed on. And I was one of the last people that they spoke with. And I consider that an honor. I consider it something that I'm sad about. But I also consider some of them were ready to go. They were in their 90s. And I would usually get a little report as to what happened. You know, if it was peaceful or if there was an event of some kind. And it impacts me tremendously, yet I have to compartmentalize and just move on to the next patient, because I could have somebody break down in tears and tell me something very tragic about their life, that they just found out they have cancer and their husband has cancer and their daughter just got in a car accident. And then I have to say something, and a lot of the times I'm under the gun and need to keep moving. But a lot of the times I realize this is a moment that this person needs somebody to just listen. So my job involves the very real skill development of sitting and listening. Sitting and listening and asking very simple follow-up questions. And before they even answer, what's going on in my head is have no reaction at all. Just interest. Because they might be ashamed about what they're saying. They might be sad about what they're saying. They might be concerned or frustrated. There might be a lot of different things. But my brain needs to shift gears all day long between different personalities, temperaments, emotional states. It's not the kind of job a 48-year-old male generally does. I feel conspicuous sometimes. I am 10 years older than my coworkers, and many of them are in their 20s. I love the job. I love the people. I love the environment where empathy and compassion and knowledge and intelligence have to come together. When you have sick people, you have people that are frustrated, upset, very scared. It takes a lot of... I think I've gotten to the point now where I can go through my day and see 25 people, get all the labs done, have really good conversations. I hear you. I'm sorry to hear about that. And I can understand how crazy that might be to deal with. I hope you're doing okay. And that's very cool that you're a young 70. I bet you've got some good genetics. Genetics are such a huge part of our life. But I am sorry to hear that. But I hope it's going okay. Well, there was a patient, prayers are a wonderful thing. Absolutely. There was a patient, and I am being as vague as I possibly can, and I don't mean to be overly sad or overly dramatic, but he did take his own life. He was in his early 60s, and he had struggled with depression for a very long time. And he was successful in his attempt. And when I heard about it, I immediately just like welled up. I was very sad to hear it. So things like that really impact me for sure. And there is a Vermont artist by the name of Noah Kahn who has skyrocketed to some incredible stratospheric levels. And he has, I believe, a foundation or an organization in Vermont called the Busy Head Foundation, I believe it's called. And it's raising money and giving money to programs, I believe, for programs in Vermont, if I remember correctly. And I think it's such a wonderful thing to do. I think it's absolutely a time, money well spent, energy well spent, and I would like nothing more than to help contribute to that particular mission, because I think I am on this earth to help people. I think my medical time taught me a lot, but I think I am ready for the next step. And you're right, don't leave until I've got something concrete. I know that. I mean, that's partially why I've been at my job for 6 years. Yes, please. Go eat supper. Have a good night. Thank you very much. I'll see you real soon. I'll be back probably tomorrow night, probably in my kitchen playing the guitar and blabbing away and trying to be as appreciative as I can to anybody who listens and tunes in. So cheers. Have good dreams tonight. That is a requirement. So yeah, that's the heavy stuff about my job. I appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. Tuesday night, I think I'll be doing the piano from Rob's house, I think. I hope. I'm going to try to make that really special. I might even do one during the day on Tuesday because I need to get my hours up. I need to be doing like 100 hours, a crazy amount of hours a week. I don't know out of 100, but... yeah, I'm on this mission. I don't have any backup plans. I've been playing music my whole life, but I've gone through very distinct periods of dry spells where I try to give up on music, or I get rid of instruments and be like, I don't want to play anymore. And then I just end up with like a keyboard and I start writing songs and melodies. And I've written and played the most in my life in my 40s. And that is by far a fact. And I've played a lot. And maybe that is because I realize time's running out. Maybe that is because I have 2 kids. Maybe that is because I'm afraid of not having an emergency backup. Maybe that's because I'm afraid of what happens if I feel like a passenger in my destiny bus instead of the driver. There's a lot of different possibilities, and there's a lot of different factors that go into my particular journey. I just know that I have drawn enough blood. I've probably honestly done about 50,000 to 70,000 blood draws. I would say 95% of them totally smooth. 5% were ones that I botched or screwed up or something. And to those people that I botched the blood draw, I apologize. Sometimes it's somebody that has really old bony hands and I can't get the needle into their tiny vein. It's like trying to hit a jackpot every single time. Not everybody's like that. I have to get used to the idea of inflicting pain in order to take tests with their blood that will benefit them. So it's like pain for a benefit. And I love the people that I work with. I love the job, but I am tired of dragging bottom. I don't want to drag bottom anymore. And I need your help. I need everyone to like, comment, and subscribe. Spread the word. Turn notifications on. Let's call them Peterifications. Turn on the Peterifications. So yeah, I think a lot and very deeply, and I spend a lot of time alone. And I think that music is my way of not continuing that pattern. It's like I don't do well with other people around. It's kind of weird. FPW, that's right, Fund PW. How's that for shameless? I know it's backwards, but I think it still works, right? Imagine if by freak chance, some miracle, some algorithmic ping, it pops up on somebody's phone and somebody has $1 billion and they're just like, who's this guy? Huh? And they Venmo me like $6.8 million. They would have front row seats to what happens to a man on a mission that has a million songs and can play for hours on guitar, and he can sing and play the piano, who has a dream, who wants to spread love and joy to the world. People invest in the stock market knowing they're going to lose money, sometimes a lot of money. If you invested in me, I'm like a one-man stock exchange. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have a board of trustees. And in a sense, the fans would be the board of trustees. But as far as the creative decision-making and the philosophical approach to anything that I do, if I were ever to have any amount of notoriety, I would make good use of it. I hope. I pray that I would make good use of it. I have seen enough, I have watched enough, I have absorbed enough to know that it is important to put on the record your arguments well-defined and well-articulated. Also know when to be quiet. And I am not a lot of the time. I think maybe I avoid social situations because I worry about the conversation dying, or I worry that I'll get bored with it, or I'll worry that I bore them, or I'll worry that I take it in some weird direction I shouldn't have. Yes. Overthinking 101. So you got to boil it down sometimes, right? 3 things. F, P, W. Boom. So yeah, I got $8.6 million. What would I do first? Well, I would look for a house. I would look for a house that could be modified into my dream home. And one section, or at least I hope there would be a detached studio. And the studio would be remarkably interesting and well designed. And it would have 2 ensuite apartments that were thoughtfully and carefully designed in with the studio section, so people could come stay, they could play in the studio, there would be an engineer provided, food provided. Each apartment would have a kitchen and some food, snacks, water, microwave stuff, like stuff you could heat up in the oven, clean towels, a nice private, like outdoor area, and people would come and stay, and I would encourage them not to bring a lot of stuff. Simple. So, buy the house, modify it, improve it, upgrade it, and ideally, maybe I'd buy a house that already had a studio, so I don't have to build one or modify one. And then what I would do is sit down with a booking agent, a manager, and decide how I would approach touring, how I would not want to burn myself out by touring too much, but I would not want to tour too little either. I would love to do an awesome high-quality live stream section of the year, maybe sections, and then maybe do like a 2-month tour and then a 2-month off kind of thing. But then do like a 6-month tour and then take 2 months off. Basically build in a whole bunch of free time where I don't have to do anything, I can be lazy, but also build in touring and make sure that touring is something that I'm very good at. I mean logistically. I mean that I have like what I need in a suitcase. Wherever I go, the piano is going to be there for me. I'm not bringing a piano with me. I don't want to bring a bunch of stuff. So I would go out and I'd play pianos at different venues. I'd open for people, maybe put on a piano clinic, whatever that means. It means I would talk about my approach to music. And I don't know if it would be interesting for anyone, but I would imagine some people would find it mildly entertaining. And basically I would realize that my mission involves believing my output to be important, or at least to be considered. I have seen enough, witnessed enough, learned enough, absorbed enough to understand that my role in this world is to help people. My role is to connect with them, is to offer them hopefully a shoulder to cry on, hopefully a hug if they need it. I understand that the world is a complicated place. I understand that not all people are the same. I understand everyone's background is different. But I do believe that everyone wants to smile. I believe that everyone wants to understand themselves in a very honest and powerful way. And I do believe that a lot of us are struggling. Sometimes it's difficult to get through a day. So music for me, if I could ever play to the masses of people in front of me, people at a venue, all of their faces, all of the people that I would be singing to in my head would be people that I wanted to say hello to, and that my music is a conversation that we had as if they were the only one in the venue. And I want to look out over the sea of people and feel calm, feel happy, feel at ease, feel ready to embrace the space between songs, but ready to do something I've never done before, night after night. I want the whole tour to be a very solid operation with a very deep and consistent philosophy of encouraging people to find ways through their pain, find ways to help others, find ways to celebrate their pain, find ways to celebrate their happiness, find ways to celebrate the unknown. Daniel Wilson, it depends on the questions. I would say that as much as I possibly can, hello, Sonny, as much as I possibly can, I try to answer as honestly as I possibly can. And if I'm sort of a darkly sarcastic about stuff, that's one of my defense mechanisms. I think sarcasm can get you into trouble. Favorite soccer player, football player? Messi. I like Messi. That's a bad answer, probably. Probably gets me into trouble. I don't know, okay? To be honest, I don't know too many of them, okay? It's garbage, I know. Sweet. Nice. Both Messi fans. I like it. Where did I get my hat? I got my hat from my friend Rob. It's supposed to be this way, but Hauler Cargo Bikes. It's a company he's starting. They're going to be awesome bikes. I believe that it's in the process. So part of my mission is to prove to the world that you can have self-doubt and make your dreams come true. And I would love people to see me go on my journey. Where's my mod at? Eccentric? Where's my mod? I don't know. Am I missing something that I should be having? Holler bikes, they are the best. Holler bike, they're better than the rest. Holler bikes, you won't die on them. Holler bikes, you can carry a lot of shit. It's great. Yeah. Sorry, Rob. I will continue my rant. I was ranting about, I have a very deeply philosophical perception of music and why I do it. And playing for people is my way of proving to them that I want to be sort of a mass hypnotist, where I just ask for a few minutes, maybe an hour or two of your time to go on a journey with me. And the journey for me, playing music, is like a waking dream. It always has been, always will be. It feels otherworldly to be singing and to be playing and to have the notes be just sort of like breathing. And I understand that music brings places to life. It brings people to life. It brings environments to life. And music is so mysteriously powerful to me. I love it so much, but I would never consider myself an expert. I don't know how to read music, and that's fine. There's people who play written stuff. There's people who write their own stuff. There's people who don't ever read and develop their own thing. And that's the beauty of music, is that there's no one way to do it. In fact, I think it would be helpful for people to look at instruments and not think that it's a mountain to climb, but think of it as like a few steps at a time. If you get a few basic things down, think of how fun it could be. I've never taught any music because I have a galloping brain. I feel like I have a difficult time concentrating. I also think I am impatient when I shouldn't be sometimes. Being impatient, when I catch myself doing that, I try to slow it down, but they can help you deleting rude comments or hide them from the channel. I gotcha. I tried that before, and it turned out to be a nightmare. Now, I understand it's not always bubblegum and kittens in the comment section. Yeah, sometimes people, like, it's like a bot or something that posts like a million. That sucks. And yes, somebody could write something completely crazy and awful. I can absolutely guarantee you that somebody wrote a few things about my voice, and those comments stuck in my head. They absolutely did. I wish I never read them. But I can also have those comments in my head, and I can fight against them in my head and be like, that was somebody's either sarcastic or they didn't mean it, or, yes, obviously some people aren't going to like my voice and they're going to think I'm not very good at it. That's what you open yourself up to in a comment section, and that's okay. Are there questions that could make me lose my mind? Sure. Are there embarrassing ones? Sure. Offensive ones? Sure. It's a wild west. It is an open, but at the same time, there are like some filters on the comments, I would imagine. Like, I don't think you can like go off and say some crazy offensive stuff with swearing and stuff, but maybe I'm wrong. But if somebody went off on an offensive tirade telling me to stop playing, I'm awful, I'm stupid, and insulting me like crazy, it wouldn't make me sad. It would just make me go like, oh, that's right, that's a possibility. If anything, I'd be happy that I had any effect on anyone whatsoever. I mean, there are a million videos going up a day. Like, this is like one tiny little speck of dust on the back of an enormous like blue whale. I am nowhere, yet I feel like I'm somewhere. Tonight's theme has been endurance and compartmentalization. Chug a beer or I support Stalin? That's one of those crazy things that people can write. Man, stupid tomato. Nice job. I like it. What about a ginger ale? I don't have a beer. I'm actually not a fan of alcohol. Thank you so much. You're right. I appreciate that, Gerald. I really do. I assure you that it's been a struggle. I have an inner voice that is very powerful, very loud, very persistent. And I have documented the inner voice quite thoroughly, I would say. I keep a daily journal. And I'm not saying that the daily journal is the best thing to do. I actually have no idea if it's a good thing to do. It's just what I do to kill time while in my car driving to work. I don't listen to music. I get into my car and I do the voice to text as I'm driving with my hands on the wheel. I'm very good at being I don't want to get any accidents. I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want any insurance claims. I want to be safe, you know? I believe, and I have a journal where I've written everything out very, very clearly, day in, and I've marked everything by date and time and try to describe what's going on in my life and then go into what I'm feeling. And I can absolutely say, I've got about 2,000 entries right now. And many of the entries are 75 to 100 paragraphs. I do see progress. I do. But I also see some things staying the same. So there is a risk. There's a risk in mapping everything out. Wow. That's another crazy thing. I love it. I hope dinner was delicious. I tend to play for cumulatively about 2.5 hours, and I think cumulatively I talk for about a half hour or something like that. And I think journaling, I think I'll look back and be happy that I have all the entries, but I can safely say that some of the entries were when I was feeling particularly low. And I'm in my car making an entry talking to myself. And it might have been a morning or an evening, but I mark down what I'm doing. I say it's in the morning, it's this amount of, the weather is good, I'm driving to work, blah, 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 some things about my life. Thank you. I'm glad that it was good. And I look back at some of the journal entries and I think to myself, man, I'm so glad things have changed since then. How do you go live? I mean, you go, if you have a YouTube account, you have a homepage, and I think at the bottom there's just a plus, or maybe you're too young. Maybe not supposed to be. Sorry, I don't know. Minimum 50 subs and wait 3 days. Interesting. There you go. So yes, the more detailed, the better. I think that's good. And there are some particularly detailed. I capture journal entries after generally what I do. This is my nice. I think you can go live if you wanted to. Well, how old are you? I have a particular pattern with making journal entries. I usually do it in the morning on my way to work. A lot of times after work. I usually do it on the weekend mornings. And I have no idea, actually. I don't know the age thing. So I will detail what it's like before I play music, and I will detail what it's like after I play, and I will create like very long journal entries just discussing how it felt, what I played, what I'm doing, what I hope to do, how I feel about myself, how I feel about my kids, how I feel about my family, how about my life. And there's a lot of frustration, and there's a lot of sadness, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of I believe sort of self-destructive stuff going on in there. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as far as live streaming. But I ultimately am very happy that, because I have almost the entire, when I was recording the album, it feels like a strange dream that I went through, but I have it all mapped out. I have it all documented, let's just say. And every morning, every drive to the studio, there's a lot of just deeply philosophical stuff. There's a lot of really sad stuff. I think there's a lot of really angry stuff. And there's a lot of really happy, wonderful, inspirational stuff too. And the thing is, I don't know any particular entry from any other particular entry. I actually sometimes don't ever want to look back at them. But once in a while, I would say every few months, I say, what is it, August 2nd today? I'll rewind my journal entries. They're all in my phone. I mean, I have some written out, and I go back to the written out ones in like a hardcover diary type situation. But they're all on my phone, and I'll like scroll down to August 2nd of 2025. And then I'll scroll down to August 2nd of 2024. And I can sort of go back to that time period in written form as opposed to a video or a photo, which I think is entirely different. I've heard of The Artist's Way by Julie Cameron. Interesting. I like it. And here's the thing. I think sometimes you shouldn't journal about something. I don't know. I've heard it said that there are certain ceremonies they do with something like ayahuasca, where they take people, they give them a chemical that they need to be supervised when they take this chemical. And they swear, like they're instructed after the experience not to journal about it for like at least 3 or 4 days. Don't write it down, don't relive it, don't try to capture it. And I think there's power in that. And I say that as somebody who, if I want to capture a moment, a lot of the times I will capture the moment. And I think that I will journal entries sometimes are 7 days a week. Sometimes I'll have 3 or 4 journal entries a day. When I'm particularly excited about something, it might be like 5 entries a day where I narrate the entire day. It's crazy. I can't believe that I've done it. There you go. Just be smart about it. Don't give out the personal information. You know. Trust people, but don't trust people, you know. And I was going to wrap it up for this evening. I think total 100 minutes, not bad, for this second set. I have a mission, and you can help me with that mission. I need subscribers, I need likes, I need comments, and I need notifications turned on. I need more organization, I need to be more professional, I need people to help me. I'm not very good at networking or business anything. I can play the music. If you just point me in the right direction and say, hey, Peter, there's a piano. You start at 6. I'd be like, good, I can do that. Boom. I'm glad you stopped by as well. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening in and watching. Thank you so much for commenting and subscribing and spreading the word and turning on notifications. I love what I do. I want to do it so much more. I have such a big vision. I have such a big plan. I have it all mapped out. The journal entries aren't just journal entries about how I'm feeling. The journal entries are about exactly what I want to do and how I want to do it. They're filled with specifics about future plans, about what I would do if I had access to build my own studio or modify an existing studio that I could purchase. I give out my Venmo just in case people would want to donate, and I know that I'm just doing this like a spitting into the wind. I think what happens to me is that I imagine what it would be like if I wasn't scraping bottom financially. And that's what a lot of people are, of course. And I'm no different. I'm just like everybody else. I'm excited for what's going to come. I'm excited for where things are going. I'm excited to play tomorrow night and Tuesday night. I'm excited to play in the coming weeks. Not this coming weekend, but the following weekend. I'm going to have like a marathon session. I want to do like an 8-hour live stream or something. Because honestly, the algorithm rewards you if the longer you go. And that's good encouragement, actually. Interesting rules, YouTube, depending on what you're live streaming, of course. I mean, if you're cooking or just talking or I don't know what, people live stream a billion different things, and it's amazing. So, I will CD Pate. Subscribe to CD Pate. Am I saying it correctly? Sometimes when I look at videos, I wonder if they're looking straight at me. And a lot of times I look if they're going to blink or not. Oh. Stone Temple Pilots, absolutely. They're phenomenal. Sorry, I don't know the words, but I love that song, and I love that band, the drummer. Such a good drummer. Scott Weiland, rest in peace. I hope the afterlife, he is, I don't even know, happy. I hope he's content. I hope what lies beyond this life is a different life. I don't know. Who knows? But I love their music, and I'm so glad we got as much as we did. So, Eric Kretz. Is that right? Interesting. Yeah, I would say that he is underrated. You don't hear about him much, which is unfortunate. But I'm glad that he's still touring, I think. I think they got a new singer or something. Alice in Chains, I think, did the same thing. They're awesome. They got, I think, a new singer. What's up with these singers dying, huh? I don't like it very much. It's not cool. Chris Cornell. Scott Weiland. Shannon Hoon. Oliver Tree a few months ago. Thank you for subscribing to me. I appreciate it. Comment, like, favorite, subscribe, comment, notifications. I love you. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Have a good one, Pollux. Thank you, Kevin Weiland. Sorry. I appreciate it. Scott Weiland. Wayland. I always thought W-E-I. I always thought it was Wayland. All right. Scott Weiland. That dude could move. That dude was amazing. Holy cow. Anyway, Kevin, subscribe. Come back. I'm gonna be coming back tomorrow night. I'll probably be starting around 6:30 Eastern Standard Time in the United States. And then I'll be doing a live piano on Tuesday night, roughly the same time. I'll probably take Wednesday, Thursday off. I might do a short one or something. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate it. Spread the word. Tell your friends. Get the word out there. There's this desperate guy in Vermont that wants to get in touch with Noah Kahn and say, hey, Noah, there's this desperate dude in Vermont that has a bunch of songs and he loves the piano and guitar and he just wants to sing them and play them for people. Maybe he could play, a warm-up song before your tour. I'm just kidding. I know that'll never happen. But I like saying it anyway. I think he would find it entertaining to find a man in his 40s with 2 kids trying to make his dream come true. Super unlikely, but I appreciate your help. Thank you for tuning in. I love you. I will be back. Have a great night. Have good dreams and wake up with good thoughts, okay? That is all I ask.